7, it's 8, 7, it's 8, 7, 7, 14, 5. All right, so I was going through my memories in Facebook, and this time last year, January 6, 2025, I did a planetary chakra assessment using 10 chakras. I drew what the chakra energy itself was possessing, and then I drew an additional card for how we were performing under the energy. So this is just a follow up to that. Um, I'm not going to really talk about what it was last year. I wrote down some notes for myself, and I'll see if they're comparable, and if it's worth speaking on, I will. Well, this is something you'll hear me say all the time. We're in stagnation. We're in the bottleneck of a bottle of Coca-Cola, but there's some dirt in it, so the soda can't come out or get in. We're clogged. We're in stagnation. We keep using the same cyclic energies with the same thought forms and intentions and experiences, and we just keep trying to rework them into something that's going to be better to allow us to get a better flow. The problem in everything I just said is if you keep using experiences that did not show you a fruitful ending is not the proper word, a fruitful result, then why do you keep going back to it? It's the definition of insanity. So without making this super long, it's 11:33, so if I can be done by 12. So the 10 chakras, the first one was the Earth Star. The Earth Star sits below your feet, and it's your tether to this third dimensional perception. To me, honestly, it's bigger than third dimension. Your Earth Star ties you to this experience as a soul in a meat suit. Let's see what I'm missing. All right, so what is the Earth Star? 15, the devil card in reverse. It is the field of harm. You are only empowering systems of knowledge that are already going to harm you. You're giving all your potential to what's going to keep you in motion. And as I said, I wasn't going to go too deep into it, but last year it was a 5. This year it's a 1-5. That 5 from last year has all your potential. That 1-5, the devil, you have harmed yourself. Last year was a 5, it was the Hierophant. You're here to learn. You're only learning how to harm yourself by using stagnated energies. 1 + 5, 6, your foundation. What I tell you, the Earth Star is your foundation. It tethers you to this experience. If the experience is already tainted, then the experiences that you go through will be tainted too. Common sense. So, moving on from there, you go into the root. And I'll come back and throw an additional card after I throw the 10 chakras. So the Earth Star at current is basically showing you where you're in a format of harming yourself by addiction. The devil card is not necessarily the devil. It's a sign of addiction where you are bound to different things that don't really work out for you. 2026, what I told you all last year, was going to be the year of spiritual addictions, the year of spiritual empathy, where you're overly connected to stuff. This planetary chakra assessment already says the Earth Star is you already under harm. The root, you can't make this shit up. You're already under harm. The root is only reflecting the Earth Star. The Earth Star is where you're grounded. The root is how you operate. We operate out of root chakra function in this current day and age. People say fight or flight. We're already overstimulated. We already have issues steeped in fear. We can't trust. We're subjugated to fear, greed, lack, scarcity consciousness. That's root chakra function. Root chakra function is anything of lower vibration. You're already under harm. You're already under harm. Using anything where you're already, I already said it, using anything where you found yourself in harm as a potential way to get out of harm might be harmful. So from there you go to sacral. Sacral is your, not only your sexual center, it's your emotional center, it's your center for creativity. And I said this last year on the other one, sex is more than just sticking it in. Sex is using your energy to perform the rites of creation. So the sacral is, you're basically going to be under creation. And no, it didn't match, so I'll leave that one alone. 13, death, stagnated. What I tell you, you're trying to form the rites of creation, but you're only using harmful energies. So you're stuck. First thing I said when I first got in here before anybody made it in here is that we are bottlenecked. We're in a stagnant vibration and we're trying to use the same shit that we keep holding on to as what's going to let us free. 1 plus 3, 4, death. 1, 3, the potential belongs to what I keep creating by using it as my primary thought form. 3 is your thoughts, but 3 also is symbolic of man, woman, child, mind, body, soul, the true rights for creation. Remember, this was the sacral, sexual energy. When a man and a woman copulate and they can create a new being. If you keep letting what you see fuck you, then you're only creating something that's going to fuck you too. So you're stuck in stagnation. Getting on to the next one, solar plexus. You've already given up all your energy. You've given up all your vitality. People will say this is the seat of the soul. Well, if you listen to me for what I've been telling you for years, the soul is just another fragment of spirit in separation. So if your soul is still trying to separate from where it's already separated, dimensionality. So the solar plexus is I'm giving my power to my own separation because I'm just trying to find the best version of me. Just trying to find the best version of me. This is the element of fire. I'm burning myself. I'm a raging fire because the more energy I give this to try and find me, the more energy me I lose. You understand that? The more I invest in trying, and think about it, people have done this in relationships. Holy shit. Let's just use your government, America. The more energy you give this government, waiting on them to see you for who you are, we the people, the more energy you have to keep giving into the system, waiting on them to show you who you are when they already told you the truth. You ain't who you think you are. You're who they need you to be. So keep feeding them instead of feeding yourself. It didn't lie. You'll only harm yourself by waiting for somebody else to give you what you won't give yourself. You'll only harm yourself by thinking that somebody else is going to save you and they never do it. It's only the reflection process of where you didn't save yourself. You burnt yourself. So that was a 5. So, and the other deck, this was the solar plexus. Yeah, didn't match off again. So now you get into your points of connection, your heart. People say the heart is love. No, the heart, remember I told you a minute ago, you're going to have to burn a lot of energy. The heart is love in the sense of LOVE. It is a load of vast energy exerted into attachment. You understand that? Love in the more metaphysical sense, in the more spiritual sense, in the more religious sense, doesn't have conditions. It's given freely. Love in this realm always comes with conditions and expectations and desires. Those are all conditions. So your heart that is already willing to keep on investing more energy to make what it wants to see become real, it's a pipe dream. So here's your heart. It's a pipe dream. You're an illusionist. You're an alchemist. You're willing to burn yourself to see what you want to see. You will follow all of your potential into what you already have been taught as what you have to know, or what you think you know, or what you want to create. So your heart is only attached to what it knows to be the safest thing. But if you paid attention to anything in this reading, the safest thing was already not you. Let's be big boy, big girl. If you're in a relationship and you're harming somebody else or you've been harmed, when you finally get smart enough to get out of that relationship, you should take time for yourself to learn how to fix your inequities, not heal, but learn to release from your ineptitude and all this other shit, and then move forward once you have learned more about yourself. But what do most people do? They get hurt by somebody else, don't take accountability for how they play a part in that shit, and then they go jump in the damn bed with somebody else different. You didn't do anything to heal yourself because you gave all responsibility to who you thought was harming you. So now you're going to take your harmful, toxic, inept, unaccountable, irresponsible ass into a new relationship and damage somebody else or perceive to be damaged by somebody else. Building with just more cycles of harm. So from right there, that heart where you only connected to what you think you know, but what you think you know is not only burning what you see, but it's also burning you. It's clipped your wings. And I just reposted this from my memories a second ago, right before I hit the button. Even a fallen angel can fly. Maybe you are the fallen angel. Maybe you're down here in the perception of the allegory of heaven because you ain't ready to be free from your sins. I guess. So from there, you go to the higher heart. Remember, I told you the higher heart is basically yourself without any conditions. Yourself without any conditions does not need love. If you are authentically as who you are, love is not a requirement because I'm already whole. I need love in the connotation of where I don't see sufficiency of myself or in the delusion that I have more of myself that I now want to share with others. It's still a condition. The higher heart says there should be no conditions. There should only be you. If you drag anything else into you, you are no longer just you. You are you plus one or plus infinity. So all is well. Hope same for you. So the higher heart is basically supposed to show you in this current day and age to where nothing can exist in condition. That will be you in sickness. If you are existing somewhere where there's already conditions, you are not guaranteed your wholeness because you're always subject to the terms and conditions. It's a distraction. 28, which is 10. The higher heart last time was a 19, which is a 10. So same vibration, only this is the queen of waters, the siren. That which has your ear can distract you. That which has your ear, what I want to know, so that I can use all my energy to find me, which is a double negation. I'm going to use my energy to find me. Well, who the fuck are you? I say this almost every day because it's coming clearer and clearer. In the middle of these bullshit ass spiritual journeys y'all keep tying yourself into, if you're going on a journey to find you or to become a better you, who are you in the midst of all these motions? And if you can authentically stay in the psychosis of thinking that it's a requirement for you to move to find you, why can't you keep still and get rid of the stuff that you're carrying? Oh, here comes some knowledge bullshit. Here comes some knowledge bullshit that has been burning you and keeping you stuck in cycles of harm while you harm yourself. Oops, don't lie to me and don't lie to the cards. Just keep lying to yourself. Why? Faith. The shit you believe. The faith chakra, which operates basically, I'm sorry, this will be your throat. This will be your throat, the next one. The throat is the point of manifestation. It is where I've invested all this energy that I've attached to, and now I want to see it so I can verify it. So this is basically a spiritual fuck around and find out. So the throat, in the sense to where you are the power chakra manifesting, and in the beginning there was the word. Before the beginning was the word, and the word created the whole fucking story. The whole story is you're too distracted to see you, that you're now taking advisements on how to find you from everything that is already the results of the distraction. Fine with that. You're using everything that has already distracted you as what's going to help you find you when its whole purpose was to keep you lost. Ta-da! The sun card in reverse. Death. I'm following death, hoping that death will give me life. I'm voting for a government that only kills me because I think that they're going to show me how to live. You keep manifesting the same shit that's killing you. Why? Because I'm already the source of harm. I am my own devil. I advocate for my own adversity. Remember, I'm telling you, the devil card basically is a symbolism for addictions. Some people will be, lower vibration when they say, oh, it's your carnal lust and addictions. No, it is binders. Anything that your mind keeps gravitating towards with a condition of necessity is an addiction. Hi, go back to last year. Look up the hashtag on Instagram and Facebook, spiritual addiction. You probably see my pretty face. Been telling y'all since at least April last year, 2026 is going to be spiritual addictions, the year of empathy. People are going to think what they got going on is of such a detriment that they will fight tooth and nail to keep it, and it will only amplify the amount of idiocracy and psychosis that they're already under. So, you out here giving your power to what's killing you because you told yourself that one day it'll give you life. Fanatically fooled. Fanatically fooled because you're giving all of your life to something that is killing you because it promised to give you life once you make it to the end. And I got some real estate in my backyard big enough to put a football field in. Want my Cash App? So from the throat chakra, where you've only manifested, let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was the throat chakra. Throat chakra is you only manifest in death. From there, you go to faith. Faith is what you believe in. Throat chakra, faith chakra. The whole problem with the faith chakra is it is designed to take you out of the line of sight. These things, according to science and everything else, are liars. Your ocular eyes in this meat suit basically lie to you. They see the image and then it flips it upside down so that the brain can read it. So you mean what my eyes is seeing and what my brain is telling me is actually two different things? Yeah. See that? You already lied to yourself before you even saw what you saw. So your faith chakra says that you have to trust what you believe. So if you are not sure of what you're seeing, and if the only thing you're seeing is what they keep putting in front of you or what they beat into you or what you only want to look at, you're a fool. Your faith is that of a fool. Anything that is going to tell you how to live. You've already distracted because knowledge has already burnt you and got you trapped in harming yourself because you think something else is harming you. That's to walk the cars all back. And that is a dangerous place. That is the proverbial stop, drop, and roll theory that they used to teach in school. You know, if you're on fire, stop, drop, and roll. Okay, that's cool. But if I stop, drop, and roll into a barrel of oil, Venezuela, sorry, then I'm only going to burn things even further. So faith, having faith that reality within an illusion is actually real, might not be really smart. Within an illusion, the only thing we can do is accept what we believe. And if you believe more with these, or if you don't have proper awareness of this, the faith itself, these three things create a shit show. So your faith can create a shit show. Your faith, abundance. Holy shit. Let's just be real. The maggots and the people who buy into the benefits of not only white privilege, but business privilege. The people who have benefited from privilege are safe in a because of the abundance of people that support those ideologies. The natural tendency of fear that I'm not going to have enough when I already got too much, so I need to make sure that nobody else gets some of what I got by making sure that they don't get nothing at all. That's already a system of abundance that only wants to hoard for itself, so much to the point that it will go kill everybody else that has something that it wants, even when it doesn't belong to them. But then the fools that support that ideology will have faith that that's the right thing to do because they don't have any morality either. Just to humor you real quick, I see you typing. If you document what you write what you believe as a truth, or else you are writing a lie. Just real quick. What you document, you believe to be a truth indirectly, or else you're only documenting a bunch of gibberish, which means you believe everything to be a lie. You can't have it either way. It's just with that. Killing and stealing is never justified, but when you control the system, who needs justification? So getting from your faith, if I believe somebody that is moving dangerously is moving in my benefit, then the danger is worth it. So from faith, you go to third eye. Remember I told you, your faith is designed to keep you out of the visual eye and to have you honor your own personal truth. Gets back to what I just said, but if your personal truth is in conjunction with somebody else, it don't matter what they do as long as your personal truth shines through. So when you get into the third eye, which you could metaphysically and physically look up, you can look it up, but not here to your pineal gland. It's already calcified. If somebody can put so many chemicals into your mind to redirect your ability to think, and you won't think, your ability to think has been altered. And you'll only believe what whoever already altered your ability to think has altered you into thinking too. So your third eye basically already shows you. And last year, the faith chakra, the faith chakra was this. You're already in overwhelm. You're the wheel of fortune. You're the wheel of fortune. The wheel of fortune basically goes around and round because all the power is in the middle. You're the power plant, but if something else knows how to move you better than you know how to move on your own. So getting into the third eye, which basically says as long as I can make you think that what you think is what it is, I can keep showing you what I want you to know. You'll stay in the ritual. 12. This is the hangman in reverse. You're a martyr. You're basically been crucified Peter style. You've been crucified in a fashion to where the intentions is Kabbalistically to trap your soul in this realm. Holy shit, what was the first thing I told you at the beginning of this reading was you're trapped in stagnation and you can't get free because you're using the same ritualistic ass energies that already got you hung up. I had an artist do them, but these are my cards. I had an artist named Kathia Plata do them. So your third eye shows where you're still a martyr. You're still in the ritual. You're still in the ritual. What's the ritual? Giving my potential to what I saw. Even when I don't realize that third eye, that third eye that was already tainted with faith might not be seeing what it is. It's a Jedi mind trick. These are not the droids you want to see. But if you can't think for yourself, you will only go with what you're shown. Easily led. The German theory, fluoride. Fluoride. So from the third eye, fluoride, calcification. Your mind's in calcification and you hung up in a ritual, you can't think for yourself, and you'll only read what we told you to see. So you'll only end up writing what we want you to know. Why? Because we'll keep you in overwhelm, and now we'll rule over your crown. Your crown, that which sits on your head. But it's not so much about ruling over you, it's about keeping you ruling over your own deception. Keep you harming yourself by willingly giving up your energy. See, this is where a lot of people get lost. And this is my own personal metaphysical experience as a medium, as a channeler, as a person who does seances and occult level work. Any level of purported spirit or construct or whatever energetic construct of deity, ethereal, elemental, I don't give a fuck what label they put themselves in, they all basically tell you the same thing. It's not about what they can do to you, it's about what they can convince you to do to yourself. If you ever ask the spirit the question of who's doing this to you, all of them immediately say you. And it's not a lie. Spoken as a trickster, it's not a lie. Telling you and teaching you how to harm yourself while benefiting from all the energy that you exert while you are harming yourself. I only want, speaking as a spirit, I only want to keep you stuck here because you're now a food source. And you burn so bright as you try and figure out how to stop harming yourself by harming yourself further, by getting stuck in what you think you know, because you're too distracted to see that the only thing you're doing is giving me life while causing death for yourself. But the problem is death to a spirit is non-permanent. You understand that? Spirits transition. The vessel that it was in may wither away, but the energy itself still remains in abundance. And since it remains in abundance and it only feeds from the same cycles, it's its own martyr. It's its own martyr to 1 + 2, 3, what it thinks. A spirit that thinks that it's being guided to free itself by the same systems that only ensure its own containment will never fight to get free because it'll think it know, which means the crown, ain't nobody ruling over your crown. You just don't want to sit on your throne. You don't want to sit on your throne. You're under a system of enslavement. Holy shit, knowledge, that fucking snake. Knowledge, you're under your own spell, a Leviathan spell. You're distracted within yourself, and you're only using things that have been proven to harm you as how to help yourself, what you've heard me call for years, spiritual BDSM. You have a masochistic tendency to keep using abusive energies, pain bot theory, pain freaks. You keep using shit that harm you because, ooh, it don't feel so bad. You do it to yourself. So this was the 10 chakra field. Your earth star, harm. Your root, harm. Your sacral, stagnated in the field of death. Your solar plexus, the field of fire. You're burning yourself. Your heart, I think I know what's going on, so I am my own illusionist. I am my own alchemist. I'm going to change what I think I know into what's working for me, which means your higher heart said you already under distraction, which means your throat said only thing you're going to manifest was giving your power to what's killing you, which means your faith said you are the abundance within the wheel of fortune. You are your own Lilith. You are choosing between two forms of enslavement, and neither one of them will set you free, which means if you choose between two forms of enslavement, the third enslaver was yourself. Why'd you choose? The third eye, because I'm a martyr, I'm hung up in thinking that I have to choose from things that have been proven harmful, which means I'm harming myself. So it means in the sense of the crown, I'm enslaved to my choices. So that was the chakra field from 2026 currently versus it was 2025. The way we are operating, I'm just going to throw them real quick and get out of here. The way we are operating under the Earth Star, it is basically telling you that you are in a field of addiction and you are advocating for your own adversity. The way we're operating, we love it. We're passionate about harming ourselves. We're passionate about giving up our fire to anything that makes us feel good. Remember, I told you the devil was about binds. It's about addictions. We have an addiction to strife. We have an addiction to struggle. That is what people have said for decades, scarcity consciousness. When we have the opportunity to be more, the majority will keep choosing less. That is proven. When we have an opportunity to get free, the majority will vote to stay enslaved. Why? Root chakra. You're already intentionally under harm. You operate out of duality. You don't see yourself as enough, and you don't trust in your own manifest destiny. So you need somebody to lead the way. You're already in overwhelm. The little choice. I'm overwhelmed by the amount of harm I see around me, which I don't understand is the reflection of myself, that I need somebody to come save me from myself. This is where a lot of you get lost. You need somebody to come save you from yourself, but the only motherfucker that was there was you. So guess what you got to do? Create somebody. You got to create somebody to come save you where you already stuck in harm. Sacral. My sacred energy for creation is already going to use a creation based in where I've only seen destruction. And I said this at the beginning. If you are only using the energy laced in death, what you create laced in death is only going to show you death. You're still distracted. You're still distracted. The voice in my head that was only making me pay attention to my own overwhelm only distracted me to create more overwhelm. This is a parasitic function. If the parasites can get in your head and tell you that, holy shit, we need you to do something that benefits us, and you can't think for yourself, you'll trust the parasites. I've shown you many examples of that over the years. Science is now admitting that that's also a function not only in the animalistic mind, but in the human animalistic mind too. There are parasites that exist within the human condition that will make you go eat sugar so that you can support the environment to make the parasites more plentifulness. Nah, that ain't real. Okay, you too distracted. You too distracted by not believing that you are already in a cycle of self-harm, that you won't do anything to self-help. What do you mean? The sacral, you've already given up the solar plexus, you've already given up all your energy to what's harming you, and you expect it to save you. I've said that 3 times already. You've given all your energy, all your vitality, all your life force to the things that are harming you because you have the expectations that it's going to save you. But yet, if you heard me say a few minutes ago, there was nothing else there until you helped create it. So I created something based out of my state of lack, and I think it's going to show me plentifulness or wholefulness. I'm going to come over to it though. I created it. This is the king of earth. I created something to rule over what I know I want to see, and it'll give it to me. That's like going to a hospital and getting a 6-day-old baby and putting them on the throne. Holy shit, Europe, you did a lot of that shit. You getting a 6-day-old baby and putting them on the throne and telling them you're now the ruler. Now tell us what to do. Baby just shit on itself. So guess what happened? The vizier, the advisors, the council let the baby sit on the throne and piss and shit itself while they made all the rules. Same thing like I said with the parasites. The parasite don't care about you sitting on the throne and chasing your soul, trying to get your power back, as long as the thoughts, the three, can tell you what everything is. 0, nothing, and everything. The fool. If the thoughts can fool you into sitting on the throne and thinking that you know what shit is, the thoughts don't care. You still gonna do what the thoughts tell you to. Heart, you're attached to what the thoughts told you to do. The thoughts are now guiding you. You are connected to what's moving you. You're connected to what's advising you. 6-month-old baby, 6-day-old baby. You only can take guidance from who has to save you because you haven't learned to save yourself. So at that point, the heart is basically only where we're going to be operating, and where we are operating from, we're operating out of guidance. Whoever has the biggest source of our fire will invest in them. Remember, I gave you the analogy of the reason why this country won't change is because it has a pederastic, sociopathic tendency of following power at the expense of others based off of the fear of losing power at the expense of others, so others don't equate. That's proper guidance. No, see, I'm going to support Trump because he's going to make sure I stay rich. But he's doing shit to people. Yeah, I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm safe. Same shit like they did in Nazi Germany. Hey, man, they came and got your next door neighbor. Yeah, but what did you do? Nothing. But they took him anyway. Didn't affect me. I'm safe. Hey, somebody saved me. Too late, motherfucker. You didn't pay attention. You watched them burn everybody else, and now they're coming to burn you too. Watch that shit play out. Heart, where you were supposed to not have any conditions, the higher heart always showed where you were already distracted by paying attention to what showed you conditions, that you already deceived yourself. Remember I told you that 3 was your thoughts? The only thing that you can communicate with or see, the only thing you see in that mirror, my dear Oshun, is yourself. Why? Because I've been so distracted from what I'm supposed to be seeing, I only see what I'm shown. And that's the only thing I know how to write down and believe in. Am I writing down what's deceived me into distracting myself? Holy shit. It ain't going to show me life, but it's going to show me how to stay dead. It's going to show me how to stay dead. What do you mean? Throat. It's only going to show me how to manifest the same things that keep deceiving me, the parasites. It's only going to make me manifest more parasites to deceive me because they only want their own plentifulness. You'll keep voting. You keep voting 5. You'll keep voting for things that abuse you, that keep moving you, but they're only doing it with your permission. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Why? Faith. The common day person that invests in duality has more faith that there's something else that can save them than the realization that putting myself in separation was the initial source of harm. Seeing myself in separation is the initial source of harm, but as long as all I see is the separation, then if I keep investing in everything that I help create in separation, or that which I've been taught is in separation, then I'll keep going to it to find me, when its whole goal was separation. 1 + 4, 5. You don't understand. You're the leak. What do you mean you're the leak? You got all the water. You got all the energy. You got all the potential for creation. All the parasite says is keep coming over and showing up. Friends with benefits. Got somebody, I just watched a video and it's shitty. and I'm not gonna go too much into it. But I saw a video where this dude is in a relationship with the woman, and he told her, "Hey, look, I got multiple friends. You'll be my favorite," which is already speaking as a man. If you tell a woman that she's gonna be your favorite and you got others, one, you already told her that you're operating in such a fashion to where one is not enough. That should be enough to end the game. Two, if you decide to stay and deal with my shit, but you have done nothing to secure for yourself, so we're gonna play the polygamy game. He said he can have others, but there was no discussion that she could have others, and she lied to herself and said that he will be enough. So there was already some self-esteem issues that as a man, he should have saw that in her. Holy shit, she wouldn't let me go out here, but then I'm gonna come home at night and fuck her and whisper in her ear that you my number one. Well, I still got number 2 and 3 all in my fucking beard. You understand that? You got issues. This dude got indulgence. This dude got indulgence issues, and this woman has self-esteem issues. But the whole problem was she had the greatest potential for creation. She was a source of motivation for him. He can go out and have his cake and his cookies and come home and eat the pie. And all she could do was sit and take what he offered, because that was her level of awareness that she had to tolerate something that already told her it wasn't going to be enough. What am I saying? She had more faith that staying with him and giving up all her power and her energy because she saw something in him that she wanted to see when he already told her it's not there. So she lied to herself and then got mad when she no longer could sit and wait around with the lies, that now it was his fault. Hey, baby, I told you up front, I got multiple friends. You're not my only one. You'll just be my favorite. When that got to be too much, then she got angry. Did he lie to her or did she lie to herself? So she lied to herself, which means she became patient for something that already put her in a trap. She gave all her potential to something that was a trap. It did not have balance and got mad when the account was fucked up. Why? Third eye. She lied to herself. She saw something. She saw an illusion of what she wanted to see, that she missed the reality of what was being shown. You see somebody who is not going to honor you as enough, which the reflective component is, you don't see yourself as enough either. Because if you saw yourself as enough, you wouldn't have been in that situationship to even get mad. You would have honored your energy and found somebody who sees you as enough and that you see as enough, and then build creatively. So she made herself a martyr. She hung herself up where he told her, all I'm going to do is fuck the shit out of you and hang you up too. So her third eye told her to see something that wasn't there. And that's how a lot of y'all do. You don't see something there. You just see what you want to be there, and you delusionally move forward. You delusionally move forward based off of love. You pull yourself together in a war trying to learn how to hold yourself. You pull yourself apart in a war trying to learn how to hold yourself together. It's a war. You don't even trust yourself enough with who you moving. You just want to move with somebody else that allows you not to be moved so much by others. You get it? In the same scenario, that chick probably thought all the other dudes out there weren't good options. So she chose somebody that wasn't a good option. He was just better than what she was seeing. When in reality, it was a reflection that she didn't see the wholeness in herself. Lie to yourself about being well. But the only thing I can tell you is let your life tell your tale. If your life is good and grand, stick with it. But if you're sitting in the corner and you know something ain't right in the back of your head, or my heart is in palpitations and I'm going through depressions and psychosis and all that shit, you might want to do something different. You might want to stop the war with your foundations and build somewhere different. But like I said, your crown, something else already on your energy. The crown says, I'm not going to own you. I'm going to watch you 2777, or watch you delusionally create yourself. Now I got twin flames. Now I got soul sparks. Now I got walk-ins. Now I got people trying to destiny swap. Now I'm a priest. Now I'm a priestess. Now I'm in all kind of psychoses with labels and telling myself I'm this, that, and the other, but I'm everything except for fucking still. And that is the enslavement. When you can't sit your punk ass down and be still and see who you authentically are, everything else already got you enslaved into coming to learn what you potentially ain't. You thought I was going to say what you potentially are? Sorry. You're going to learn what you potentially ain't, but you can believe in it. Remember, you can believe in it because you'll be patiently giving up all your power to what's stealing you, but not allowing you to be still. So this last card is where we currently operate from, where we're operating under a system of enslavement because we don't want to wear our crown because we want somebody else to give it to us or we want somebody else to own it, means that we want enslavement for ourselves. We like the trickery. We don't want to own our own fire. We don't want to own our own fire. We want somebody else to give it to us, which is already a trick. It's already a trick. If you think you being born as a whole being requires somebody else to do something for you, you've already been found insufficient within yourself. So from a planetary aspect, this year where we currently operate from, in the sense of the Earth star, we are too passionate about the shit that's burning us. From the root, we're in a Lilith choice. We're choosing between systems of enslavement, which means we haven't chosen us yet. From there, we're under distraction under our sacral. Creatively, we are only creating more distractions based off of what we keep hearing. The solar plexus, we only keep hearing the shit that's fooling us. The shit that we're telling ourselves is going to take us through the journey is the same shit, only taking us further into the journey. Why? Because we have an attachment to that level of guidance. We don't own our own fire, so we only chase whoever we think can give it to us. Why? Because we've already been too deceived by what we've been shown and what we hear and what we see that we don't trust. That is your higher heart. We have deceived ourselves into thinking that you are only going to have conditions. You're only going to get into unconditional love by going through conditions. Basically, the ascension path, the Akashic lie. I'm going to go through a journey of experiences so I can learn to stop experiencing. By the time you get through all the experiences, you ain't gonna do them but have experience. Why? Because you ain't gonna do them but manifest them. I will abuse myself by moving to find me, when if I'm moving to find me, I already lost myself. Why? Because I only have faith in trying to find the source of the leak while leaking myself, fragmentation, across the whole fucking field. What's the field? The field of choice. The infinity loop of seeing yourself in separation with the hopes of finding yourself, but having to go on a journey to find yourself because you won't keep still. Why? Because your third eye is only showing you more illusions for you to learn to call real because you're at war with reality. You understand that? Probably not. You are here talking about my reality. Motherfucker, there's only one reality. And inside of an illusion, ain't nothing real. Hell, science, government, everybody tell you this is holographic experience. Holy shit, you mean this ain't real? No, this is just a projected thought playing out an experience from your perspective, my perspective, and a compilated perspective of everything placed together. None of that's real. It's just the acceptance. But you like the war. Why? Because you like to be lied to. You've been ruled over by what's lying to you so much that you trick yourself and you lie to yourself too. Go back to the analogy of the young lady in a relationship with a dude. He's not the bad guy. He's just a piece of shit. Realistically, he's a person that needs to heal. I don't mean to call him a piece of shit. I'll take that back. I'll apologize. He's not a piece of shit. He's just not finished growing up. And as long as he got little girls, and I mean little girls in the sense of grown women and whatever, because you could be 60 years old and still be a little girl. But as long as he got people willing to play the games that feeds his issues, he's safe while keeping them in danger. But again, he didn't force them into that equation. So you have people who are used to tricking themselves, signing their energy up to people who have already tricked themselves. Only me giving my energy into your trick keeps me safe. It's vampiric relationships out here. So again, spiritual addictions are going to go wild. Just be the best you can be, and remember this year of empathy. If it is not moving you into a path to show you a better you, why the fuck are you moving at all? Wholeness.